Hey guys, thank you for checking out the video. My name is G and you're watching Keeping This Tech. And by now, you probably know that the A7C is being announced later on today sometime. And I know it's crazy for me to do a video about this because we'll know all the details, it'll be announced, and there'll be other ideas. But I just wanted to get this off of my chest and just get some of these thoughts out of my head and see what you guys think about this. Now, whatever this camera is going to be, it's rumored to be at $2,000. And I don't know if that price is accurate. And I don't also know if what they're saying is going to be rumored in the camera will actually make it to the camera, or if Sony might surprise us. I think they did a pretty amazing job with the A7 III with surprising us with a basic camera. I think it'd be very interesting to see Sony do the same thing again. Now at a $2,000 price point, I really don't understand how they could repackage a camera just in a smaller body. I don't know. I think that's a big miss, and that's a huge tax to pay for a flip out screen and an updated menu. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. That being said, I'm giving Sony the benefit of the doubt while we still have some time to debate about this, even though it be small as it is. I want to try to justify that price point. One of the lines in the rumors that are being swirled around is that this new A7C will basically be similarly spec'd as the A7 III. Now, if it comes to photography, that's fine, but I hope it's not true for video, because the reality of the situation is, as amazing as this camera is, and it truly still is, even after all this time, the video specs are quite outdated. So I'm saying that to say, if they could give us, and I know 4K 60 is a stretch, so I'm not really even thinking they're going to do that, especially since the A7 IV is around the corner. Like next year, we're going to have an A7 IV. So I understand why they won't give us 4K 60 in this camera if it's true. But 4K 30, that's fine. I guess that's okay. But 10-bit color, right? 422, that would be amazing. And maybe some of the updated codecs that are found in the A7 III. Again, I'm not expecting all of it, but just give me one or two. You can cherry pick the ones that you want. Maybe give us 200 megabits instead of the 100 or the 250 or whatever it is on the A7 III. The kind of low end of that, throw that on to this A7C. That one card slot, now that is a bummer if you're looking to use this camera on a professional scale, like you can use the A7 III. I mean, this has that redundancy that everybody who's shooting events for thousands of dollars will want to have that sense of security. But you know what? If this camera is going to be for the YouTuber or the everyday filmmaker that's really not concerned with redundancy, well, then that's fine. But to justify that $2,000 price, I wouldn't mind having a dual function card slot, right? Like the CF Type A card slot that you have in the new A7 III. I think that would make sense. Obviously, we're getting the updated menu, we're getting the updated autofocusing system, not just the real-time tracking, but the one that's found on the A7 III, which according to Sony has been approved by 30%. So that'll be good. The other thing is that if it's going to give us improved autofocus like that, then that might mean that we're going to get a newer processor. So this whole similar to the A7 III thing is pretty vague, you know what I mean? And so if they're able to, I guess, over deliver since they under promised, that'll make it make more sense. And I can see a lot of people either swapping out their A7 IIIs for the A7C, especially if you're using it for content like this on YouTube, or instead of upgrading to the A6600, they just go right into full frame. I don't know. That's kind of where I'm coming from with this. If they could give us a little bit more than what is seemingly being rumored on the spec sheets there, that'll be great. But we're going to find out all this information tomorrow. I got to tell you guys, I've often looked at my A7 III and said, damn, I wish you were a bit smaller. And it's not by much, but maybe a bit lighter. And it seems like they're just going to be shaving off this EVF and moving it over to the side and getting rid of some buttons. But I've often looked at my A6600 and A6400 and said, dang, I wish you were full frame. Really did, you know, but hey, it is what it is. They're not that much different from each other, but I think having the updated video specs, if it's true, also having the real-time tracking and autofocus, the updated menu, the flip out vari-angle screen, I think that'll be very compelling for a lot of people to either, do a sideways upgrade, if you will, because if you have the A7 III and you're trading it in, you're going to be losing out on a lot of the key professional features like this right here. Come on, man. This is priceless. You can't say anything about it. That dual card slot is a big deal. The custom buttons on here, also a big deal. Second nature to move around, get a whole bunch of things done. There's no question. But having the updated codecs, if they'll give that to us, would be huge. The vari-angle display would be huge too. It'd be a great trade-off. Personally, for me, I'm not trading in my A7 III for this camera. If anything, I'd get it to go alongside this camera and just do it that way. You know what I mean? And use that new camera for video, and then use this for those important, jobs. But anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It'd be interesting to see what Sony actually does. So I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace.